Good afternoon. I'd like to take this opportunity to express my sincere appreciation for this opportunity. It's unexpected, but I think it's a great chance for soldiers and airmen like the panel before you to share the experiences that we've had overseas. You get a one-sided message with what you see on the news. There's a whole other side of the story that I hope that this panel can help to communicate to you. As we progress through a lot of the questions, but let me say something up front. I redeployed in June of this year. Actually, returned from the hospitals in June. I was wounded in April and have been in a recovery over the last 6 months. 6 months is a lifetime in Iraq. You need to understand that everything that we say up here, that's the situation as it was when we shared experiences. It's an incredibly dynamic political and military landscape that you experience, and it changes daily. I'll explain a little bit more because there's a whole lot of stuff in that biography that got thrown out there. I served as a member of a military transition team. Hilla is the 9th largest city in Iraq. It's about 85 miles south of Baghdad. I was one of 43 Americans in a 450,000 population city. So I didn't have a whole lot of protection surrounding what we did. We lived and fought with the Iraqi security forces, from Army to police to SWAT, which was a paramilitary force there. So the scope of our operations were pretty incredible, and the experience that we had on a daily level were just unbelievable. Never would have expected it 2 years ago when I arrived at the great state of Alaska here. I'll share some of those experiences as we go through this, but before we continue, I want to have each one of the panel members just do a little bit of their background, explain what they did while they were deployed.
My name is Kerry James, Senior Master Sergeant. I'm with the Alaska Air National Guard out at Kulis at the International Airport. I've married, have 5 kids, lived in Anchorage about 22 years. I went to Iraq in January of 2006. What I did is I served as we were 40 miles north of Baghdad in Camp Anaconda, Balad Air Base. And what we did there is everything is about like the LAX of Iraq. Everybody that came in and out just about had to go through Iraq. And what I was in charge of all the aircraft that came in and out and left, and the wounded, special ops, everything. It was, and also I was in charge of crash recovery. We had airplanes. It's the second busiest single runway in the world. So we were extremely busy. So I was, my troops, I had about 20 troops. That's what we did. We parked airplanes and launched them out. And when they broke, when they hit the ground, we had to get them off the runway or forklift them off. So it was extremely exciting. We had over 23 different kinds of airplanes coming in all the time. And between 1700 or 5 to 7 o'clock in the afternoon, we would get rocketed. And they tried to hit our big airplanes, C-5s, C-17s. So trying to keep my troops alive and the airplanes not being hit, it was a challenge. I served a little over 4 months, came back for a month, and then I went to Afghanistan for a little while too. So busy year.
I'm Captain Tom Angstadt. Kind of funny, the last time I was here was when I was a high school student, so it's kind of interesting to be back. I'm married. I live in the community again. I'm currently stationed at Fort Richardson and will be for the next few months. I deployed in October of 2006. I was the executive officer for a 109-man company of infantrymen, and basically what I did was I served as the second in command. So when the commander was gone or could not command the company, then I commanded the company, and then also I was in charge of a lot of the maintenance, logistics, supply functions, sort of the nitty-gritty that keeps the company moving to enable the commander to just be able to make decisions and not worry about that sort of below the surface stuff that enables us to fight. I worked about 40 kilometers southwest of Baghdad in an area known as Musaib. It had approximately 150,000 people in it, and our company of 109 paratroopers was in charge of ensuring not only the security but also doing all the direct action stuff, trying to capture insurgents, interdict IED emplacements, find weapons caches,